Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set! 20! 54 man. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
There we go, back man. Waiting. 54. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Wentz. Try to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again. I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it. That opening drive sack. This is taken at the 23. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see.
Throwing again. Jackson. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
To number 16. A gain of 11 on the play. And an Eagle first down.
Go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Switch it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Sunday.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Trey Flowers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Wentz to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they give this time to the tailback. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After the interception, here's Jackson. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his. And
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
57, Mike, 57. We got to get
Now Jackson throwing again. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The sack by Ronald Darby coming from the corner.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And an alley to run. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Eagles have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
22 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Done. Waiting. Mark 54. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full straight. It's empty. Empty.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check, check. Lucky. No.
On play action, Wentz. Flush to his right, and an alley to run. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stiff.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kamale Correa coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Switch. Hey, empty.
Now Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Wentz now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep it.
Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
To throw is Jackson, and he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. Draw play, Elliott. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they've ramped things up just a little bit to start the 2nd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
1
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Throwing on second down. Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let him know, let him know.
Again, it's Wentz. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down, Eagles.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. A final shot before half for Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because Now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Yeah. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, it's Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And some space here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Wentz now 9 of 17 through the air. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees it, the ball.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
Sets up a first down and goal at the 8-yard line.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Jackson. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. A 1st down carry by Elliott. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Coming this way, here we go. Showing it. Slam.
Jackson now. Got a man open. It's Ross. Touchdown, Cowboys. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And it's 3rd down.
Go. Waiting. Ram. Come on, QB.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to sling this deep. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get a score closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. After the penalty, it's Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking left side, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Now Elliott. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. 50 seconds to Mike. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now it's Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Eagles on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
So don't say nothing.
Here's Wentz to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. This is Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. He's got the connection to Cooper. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing is Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Check. Rush in. Lion. Check.
To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. He sets to fire deep. And my goodness, another interception. And Xavier Woods with a pick. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
You can't block me.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Let's go.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Wentz now to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
54. 54. Hey, they're scared. Set. 57.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 7, Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
81.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down again. Trey Flowers in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
I'm here all day. Alert 3.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Ready. Watch it, I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On the ready. 57's right. Here it comes. Snap, go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Dallas, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our
time to bring the bass bird. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Hey, cause he gave me patience.